Last time the Seattle Mariners played a playoff game, we were still renting movies from Blockbuster Video, including the first Harry Potter flick. It was 21 years ago, and Friday, the longest postseason drought in American professional sports comes to a close. Let's talk about it with Mariners President of Business Operations, Katie Griggs.
January 3rd, guys, they give up 116 points to Kansas State. Rodney Terry thinks I've lost this program. He doesn't know what to do. He calls a practice, and he's trying to figure out how to get his guys physical. He doesn't know what to do. So he says, all right, I'm going to show you guys how to take a charge. He's looking around the room, and he says, Sir Jabari Rice, take the ball, and I'm going to show you how to take a charge. So you are Sir Jabari Rice.
So I'm going to come right
and I am Rodney Terry.
You're Rodney Terry. Now, does there need to be like any...
I'm taking a charge,
Okay, you're
baby.
good. You're ready?
Hold
You're
on,
ready?
are the paramedics here?
Yeah. Do we need to sign any
Let's
legal
go.
issues?
Let's
Okay,
go,
you good?
Jabari
You good?
Rice.
I'm Sir Jabari Rice. I'm coming down. Okay.
Oh, that's right. And he took the charge, and he got back up,
love that,
and his
man.
players believed. But then later in this practice, there was a loose ball. His players didn't move. Coach Rodney Terry dove on the loose ball.
You ready?
Okay, go.
You ready? You ready? Here we go.
Dove on the loose ball, and his players were inspired. You know how many points they gave up in the next game?
Hey, man, I'm going to give you 5. Hey, man.
They gave up 46 points in the next game to Oklahoma State. They went from 116 to 46 in one game. Turned the season around. Rest is history. And someone like Giannis, whose investment journey started when you spread your money all around in numerous banks to stay under the FDIC deposit insurance level, which given recent events actually was a stroke of genius. Some laughed it off, but that was actually brilliant right now.
I was ahead of my time.
You were, absolutely. You saw this coming. Who then stepped in and taught you about investing? What was the most valuable lesson you learned?
Money makes money faster than people can.
Three-time Defensive Player of the Year, you're five-time All-Pro, Walter Payton Man of the Year. What do you want your son, Koa, to know about his dad, the football player?
I want him to know about me as a football player, that I played the game with passion.
Anger
step
control.
Oh, yeah! Oh, look,
yes.
it's Tennessee! Look, it's
There
the
you
state
go.
of Tennessee.
Hey.
It's the state. Look at that. It's kind of, knock this part off. It's Tennessee. It's perfect. Look
That
at
is a little bit.
Oh, Tennessee. Look at that. Look at the irony of that.
That's for you. Candace
I love
Parker
it.
down the hall
I
doing
love
a
it.
great job with Seth and
This
Ernie
is like Tennessee a little bit.
and Coach Wright.
love
We appreciate you hanging out with us a little bit and just pouring a little more salt. Wow. Alex Ovechkin, certainly a prime-time performer, or as our next guest would say, a BTPer, baby. For the last 30-plus years, he's been a college basketball institution. In many cases, he's more famous than the players on the court. He's a Hall of Famer. He's an avid crowd surfer. Dick Vitale, also a Tampa resident and a passionate Lightning fan. Dick, you love passion. You love the Cameron Crazies, enthusiastic crowds. Where does this group rank?
I'll tell you one thing, Dave, it's unbelievable. The excitement is unreal. I feel like right now I'm at Cameron Indoor Stadium. It's electricity here. It's explosive. Hey,
Guys, the Tampa Bay Lightning have been here before. Back in 2004, when the Lightning won their only Stanley Cup, the most recognizable Lightning fan was celebrating on the ice. He's wrestling icon Hulk Hogan, and he hopes his team hoists the cup once again. He joins us now on set. Hulkster, this crowd's a little subdued. Can you do something about that?
brother, they're just trying to let you know what city they're in. Check this out, Tampa Bay. You know something, brother? There's a hometown advantage here tonight. I hope everybody in Chicago.
Who in the world had this happening? That is Kelvin Sampson, 66 years young, shirtless. For anyone that knows Kelvin Sampson, that is way out of character. Coach Josh Pastner, I want you to look over into camera one, and I want you to pledge to those recruits and America, what will it take to have you shirtless in the locker room after a win? How far do you have to advance?
Dave, and I'm going to say this on air right now, and you can take it to the bank. If we are in the Sweet 16 next year, I will for sure take my shirt off. Now, that might turn everybody off if I took my shirt off, okay? But I will take my shirt off and get doused with water and be back on the fast break here with you guys.
I love it.
Showing the video and everything. But Dave,
Hold on, I just got to read the fine print. Only next year or at any point?
At any point. At any point,
No matter
we get
what,
to the Sweet
no
16.
matter what age, right?
No matter what
okay,
age.
that's what I want to
But
hear.
just know that as I get older, as everyone tells me, especially my wife, I've really got a dad body now.
Tournament. Now, let me just explain something real quick. Okay, so I took Gonzaga to win the national title. I got the Sharpie out
Follow
here.
him.
Here's what happened.
Follow him.
I put Gonzaga on my bracket. I put
Yes.
it on social media, and Tennessee knows that I'm a fan of this Rick Barnes coach team. You knew that too.
Yes.
They didn't like my pick. They sent me some pants, and I love the candy stripe pants because I put on Instagram, if anybody finds me these, I will wear them and I will pick Tennessee to win the national title. Let's just model them up here on the runway just for the full official look. Tennessee Vols cutting down the nets, baby. Rick Barnes' squad is balanced. They have come together as a unit. Here's what else I like. You mentioned Vescovi. His mom's house burned down earlier this year.
Wow.
They rallied around him. They raised more than $300,000 to build a new house. This team has character. They have commitment. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for our bracket breakdown presented by Nissan. There were two brackets here.
One of them got destroyed, I heard.
Then came Tennessee. So what happened is I filled out Tennessee to win the national title because the Vols sent me some of their orange and white candy striped pants. And look, I just went straight aggro. I mean, that is a dangerous and violent man that should probably not be allowed on the streets. Nonetheless, the bracket died, and there is now a crime scene. No need to investigate who done it. Daniel LaRusso is coming up with the crane kick because Doyle said we would not see Imani Bates. We were as likely to see the crane kick. Yes, there has been an Imani Bates sighting, which means Doyle owes me 20 push-ups.
It was 15. And by the way, he banged down a
And
3.
here's the good news for you. I have an option, I have an out for you. You can give me 20,
15.
or you can go up here and give me a crane kick, Daniel LaRusso style. You have an option. What are you going to do?
When do
You're
I
going
have
to get right now,
No, see,
Doyle.
the deal is
20 push-ups or a crane
No,
kick
you
on the
had
top
told
stair.
me, you had said to me that, by the way, Karate Kid, it's not just a movie about karate, it's a movie about life, okay? It's here and then there. It's here.
I think you got to get
and then
that
there.
leg up higher. It didn't even go above your waist.
I'm 39 years old, I'm a dad, I have 3 children.
I thought you were all big later on. That means we got to say goodbye to 102 years young Sister Jean. I wore my Sister Jean socks. 102. She is the symbol of March Madness.
What are those?
Can you tell those are Sister Jean socks?
What are those? I meant the shoes. What are those, Briggs? Come on, man.
I got to work on some kicks.
What are those things?
Briggs,
Yeah.
we gotta get you some kicks, man.
We got to
Come
get
on,
me some
Briggs.
Jordans.
You gotta update your Jordans.
We got to get me some
You
Jordans.
can't, your sock game is on point.
Story. Welcome into our March Madness Live Fast Break Studios. We are presented by AT&T 5G. I'm Dave Briggs, joined by 1996 Most Outstanding Player of the Final Four National Champion for Kentucky, Tony Delk, and for the first time, Georgia Tech head coach Josh Pastner, man with the longest, most optimistic, most wonderful outgoing voicemail message in all of sports today. I hope we get a chance to play it, sir. Is it still 55 seconds as it was last year?
It might actually be a few seconds longer. So I think I hit over the minute mark for sure.
Does
but,
anyone ever get through it and actually leave you a message, or do they just text you?
No, they just end up texting me. Most people want to know, how do I bypass it? But I've had
That's what I KT, we're walking out of the Shark's mouth with one of the great guitarists of all time. Metallica frontman James Hetfield will rock out the national anthem tonight. Also by world-renowned air guitarist Brian Boucher, who can really rock out an air guitar.
You got it. You got to get it low like James, though. You got to get it nice and low right here, you know?
He can play it with the best of them. But all right, so Carlos Santana last night, another one of the great guitarists of all time, played the anthem at the Golden State game. Do you feel pressure to top that?
Absolutely. You know, I love it. I love it when they're getting local musicians coming out and supporting local teams, and you know, when you're taking stuff to another level. Music, I know music helps some of these athletes get to another level.
Oh, yeah.
And it's vice versa here, you know. So it comes full circle when we get to go do this again.
The atmosphere is electric when they skate out to Seek and Destroy, but what is it that's such a good fit about your music and this team?
Hardworking, is, I don't know, heavy.
It's
heavy,
perfect, though, isn't it?
Hard hitting. Yeah, absolutely.
James, you've played in front of some great crowds and some great buildings. This building is known around the league as being one of the loudest in the National Hockey League. Tell me the difference between this crowd here at the SAP Center and maybe the crowds you play in front of.
Not much different. Not much different at all. But, you know, us being longtime Sharks fans, going, 25 years ago down at the Cow Palace, while this place is getting built up, and just grateful to still be a part of this and waiting 25 years, finally getting to see this.
Well, and you say that you've waited 25 years, you've seen a lot of good Sharks teams come and go. Why is this team so good, and why do they have a chance to win in your eyes?
Because no one expected it. That's why. They got young, they got old, they got fighters, there's just a combo that I don't know. I can't explain. Why do things happen? Why have we been around for 30 some odd years? I don't know. You're just honest and you play and you're passionate. That's what happens.
So what's your key to Game 4 victory tonight? If you're the coach, you're going in there. What are you saying to the boys? What are you saying to get them all fired up?
Oh, you're saying win, or you have to be strapped to the Metallica back line for the next tour without earplugs.
That's hardcore. If there's a rock star among this Sharks group, who is it?
Burns, I'd say. Hold on here. Hey, can I see that?
Oh, he's got props. He's got props. Now give me a little air guitar with Brent Burns. What about Brent Burns kind of embodies that rock star status?
He doesn't care. He don't care. He's real. He's natural. He's the first time I met him, he had a pink beanie on, a camo backpack, and a plaid suit, and flip flops. It's like, looking good, man. Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Speaking of rock stars on this team, two guys have some rock star beards. I want you to choose who has the better beard between Brent Burns and Joe Thornton.
Thornton's got to win. I mean, Thornton's is thick and, a little more mature. Burns, he's got a few years to work on his.
Now, would you grow something like that at your age right now, or is this all we're getting?
This is all I get right now. Yeah, it's pretty white now, I like to say I've earned my silver,
James, there's a lot of music fans around us wondering about that next album. Care to break any news for us?
Well, yeah, we're mixing it now, so hopefully by fall it'll be out and hitting people's ears. Yeah, we're super stoked about it. It's been a long time coming, and this is what we do. We love playing, and the next album is exactly what it's supposed to be, so we're excited about it.
All right, so is this thing tied 2-2 going back to Pittsburgh?
Damn right it is. Or darn right. Sorry.
You can say it, baby. You just
All right.
did. He will rock out the national anthem. He's James Hetfield, folks. Give it up. Another rock star coming up next. We'll hear from the likely #1 overall pick in the NHL draft, Austin Matthews, when NHL Live returns to San Jose.
Because we didn't have private planes at the time, we had to go through the airports, and seeing the dynamic of myself, him, and Moses Malone walking together, that became a big photo opportunity for a lot of people. And people didn't realize that, because we didn't have private planes, that Minute 76, they only had 8 first-class seats, and they went by seniority. So he and I was always in the back, sitting in the back, which, of course, his knees up to his chest. So we had to kick about doing traveling together a lot.
I will never complain about lack of leg room ever again after that story. So you go on to score more than 6,000 points, dish out more than 6,000 assists, and swipe more than 1,300 steals over 14 incredible years. What do you want people to learn watching this NBA TV doc tomorrow night? What's the lesson for kids out there?
Well, anything is possible. No one is in control of your journey. No one can dictate who you should be. And I'm a prime example of that. If I would have listened to so many people tell me what I couldn't be or what I should be, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys today. So it doesn't matter. This is more or less for the kids out there to understand the importance of believing in themselves. To understand that they are in control of their own destiny. No one can dictate who or you should be. And I'm grateful for the NBA putting this out, especially during this time, because a lot of things, years have go by, and a lot of kids really recognize me as the Space Jam character. And always just ask me about, do I have my powers back? So will give them an opportunity to kind of delve into my basketball career that really got me to who I am today.
Yeah, the world is short on inspiring stories at the moment. You mentioned Space Jam. I, in fact, have a colleague who I won't mention at the moment. She knew you from Space Jam. Let's watch a clip from that 25 years ago. Let's listen.
Guys, we suck. Yeah, man, my grandmother played better than I did.
At least you guys are still tall. I'm nothing now. Just another short guy.
You got that right. It's the only thing you got right.
Oh, that is amazing. Monstar stole your talent. My colleague Alex knows you from that. She was a young kid. So, Mo, are you more recognized for that or your 14 years in the league?